Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today what I have for you is episode 7 of my Football Manager 23 beta save with Tottenham Hotspur. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes on today's episode, that would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 400 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Today what I have for you is the current transfers that we have done. We've done a fairly decent amount, to be fair. We have replaced Harry Kane. If you didn't already check out last episode, we sold Harry Kane to Real Madrid. He has been replaced. We made a couple other signings as well. We are still in the January transfer window. I believe in today's episode we have Liverpool away in the FA Cup, and then we have the second leg of our Carabao Cup match against Manchester United. Obviously we're in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, but make sure you drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you are new as well, and let's get into it. If we start then with our transfer departures, Alfie Whiteman has joined Wolverhampton Wanderers on a permanent basis. We got a £60,000 fee for him. Josh Keeley has also joined the Bohemians on a permanent basis. We got £10,250 for him. Tyler Ashcroft has also left the club on a permanent basis. He's joined Newcastle for £125,000. Roshan Matthewin, I want to say, has joined Luton Town on loan for the rest of the season. We've got £1,200 towards that loan fee. Maxim Patskotsi, who didn't really get much game time with Portsmouth. He's joined Willem's second team on loan for the rest of the season. He only played 5 times for Portsmouth, but he's already played twice over in Holland. Dante Casanova has also joined Stevenage on loan for the rest of the season. Max McKnight has also left the club. He's joined Dorking Wanderers on loan for the rest of the campaign. And then the final departure is Fraser Foster. He's joined Rangers for a fee of about £5.5 million. I think, are we paying some of his wages? Yeah, here we go. £9,250 of his wages per week will be paid by Tottenham up until the end of next season as well. And then in terms of the incomings, we have only made 2 up to present, but one is pretty much imminent. The other one could maybe happen before the end of January transfer window. If it doesn't happen, it certainly will in the summer. We needed a centre-half, and he's also fairly versatile. He can play in the defensive midfield role or even do a job in centre-mid. Edson Alvarez joins us on a permanent basis from Ajax. £44.5 million. I think if he plays 50 league matches, we have to pay another £3 million for that. Obviously, we haven't paid it all up front, but we needed a replacement for Eric Dyer. 25 years of age, 3.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. I mean, we've paid a maximum of £47.5 million. He's already valued up to £74 million, and it's kind of hard to balance him, Romero and Ibanez on the team because they're all just as good as each other, but are very, very good at centre-half, and he has so many pros and very, very few cons. And the man who I have brought in to replace Harry Kane is none other than Victor Osimhen. He's either going to be him or Lautaro Martinez for me, because there's not many good strikers at the moment who are out there, but he has come in for a fee of £86 million. That was his release clause, so we paid all that up front, so we've actually made a £3 million profit in getting rid of Harry Kane. Granted, he's obviously not as good as Harry Kane, but he's 5 years younger. He has come in on a 4-year contract, I don't believe with the option of a further year, but he's already valued up to £118 million. Scored 2 goals and got 1 assist in his last match. He was unbelievable in the last game. The first game that he played, I think he came on off the bench, but a very, very good signing. Someone who I'm very happy with. 19 pace, he's got 15 finishing. Very, very good. Very happy with this sign. And that's the transfer business up to present. Since you were last with us then, I can't quite remember the last game that you saw. I want to say it was this game against Leicester, the 4-2 win away from home. Then we obviously had a couple friendly matches. We beat Valencia and then we beat Barcelona. I didn't control them friendly matches, so I can't tell you how the game went. We then, though, played Everton away in the Carabao Cup, a 4th round, where we won 2-0 in that game before we beat Nottingham Forest 3-0 at home. Was that? Actually, no, I feel like that was in the last episode, the Everton and Forest matches. Then we played Brighton, where we won 2-1 away from home. Harry Kane scoring a brace in that game. We then played Manchester United in the league, where we drew 1-1. I believe Harry Kane missed a penalty in that game. Yeah, he did there, so yeah, not ideal. I think that was his last game for the club. We then played Blackpool away from home in the FA Cup 3rd round, where we won 3-1, before we played Leeds in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, where we won 4-2 in that game. After that, we had a 3-1 win at home to Fulham in the league, before a 5-1 win away at Bournemouth. We went 1-0 behind in that game. Osimhen was absolutely unbelievable. Then we played at Manchester United in the Carabao Cup semi-final, first leg, that's what I'm trying to say. We drew 2-2 in that game. I'll take that when we're the away team. Hopefully, we can go there and progress through into the final, but before that, we do have a very, very tough task of Liverpool away in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Well, no transfers have happened before this game against Liverpool. I'm debating whether I play a full strength side. Do we put all our eggs in one basket and try and win that game against Manchester United, or do we go with a mixed team. I'm going to go with a slightly more defensive formation because we saw what happened when we played at Anfield earlier on in the season. I would like to maybe get Romero out. I think we're going to play Alvarez at right back. It is a position that he can do. Certainly not the ideal place to play him, but he's going to have to play there for this match. Osimhen, Kulusevski and Koopmeiners all a little bit tired, but they are just going to have to play because, well, we need to be as strong as possible. They'll probably come off some point in the second half. Alfie Devine is actually a youngster who was with Fleetwood Town, I want to say, for the first half of the season. He's actually alright, to be fair, so he's going to get some opportunity because he's got a very, very good potential. He's developing very nicely as well. Only 18 years of age, but he can't play this match as he is already cup tied. So we'll put Clement Lenglet on the bench for him. I think that's the team, though, that we are going to go with. Lloris in goal, a back four of Alvarez, Romero, Ibanez and Sessegnon. Koopmeiners as the holding midfielder. Basuma as the box-to-box. Goncalves as the more attacking midfielder. Kulusevski on the right. Son on the left. And obviously Victor Osimhen through the middle as well. Hopefully we can progress through into the next round of the FA Cup. It's going to be very tough, but to win the trophies, you've got to beat the very, very good sides. It's Liverpool away at Anfield once again. Let's get into it. Here we have it then. This is our Liverpool lineup for today's game. Not the strongest of sides, I must say. I've certainly seen stronger Liverpool teams over the years. Salah not even in the squad. I think I saw Nunez on the bench there. We obviously line up with this team, as you will have already seen. Hugo Lloris might end up being a backup goalkeeper come the end of the transfer window. We are very, very close to signing a new goalkeeper. Obviously, with Fraser Forster leaving the club as well, it is certainly something that is in the air at the moment, Hugo Lloris's future, because he's not exactly had a great start to this season so far, but we've got a free kick here, which Romero will take. Liverpool playing a very high line here. Son will look to get him behind. He's got a bit of space here. Can he get a ball into the box? He cuts inside. Can he get a shot off here? Into the penalty area. He shoots. He scores. Heung-min Son with his 12th goal of the season. 7 minutes on the clock. It's a piece of magic from our number 7. It's a good ball from Romero. He spotted the space in behind. Son picks it up, dribbles past a few players like they're not even there, and slots it into the bottom corner. I don't know why Alisson isn't playing this game. Kelleher didn't really stand much chance of saving that, and it's Liverpool 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1 very early on in this Carabao Cup 4th round. We take the lead at Anfield. That's a very good start. Corner ball for us here, which Son will take. It's a good ball into the box, cleared away by Konate. Romero finds Son again, very heavy touch though. Wins the ball back off of Henderson. Still Heung-min Son on the ball. Henderson puts in a good tackle there. Son wins the ball back though. Finds Kulusevski. He lays it off to Basuma. Back to Heung-min Son, who strikes. And it's a brace from Heung-min Son. 2 chances, 2 goals. 42 minutes on the clock. It's Liverpool 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Another piece of individual brilliance from Heung-min Son. He had the help though of players with Kulusevski and Basuma. It's great football. Son with a great run. Completely unmarked. And he's a finish straight into the top corner. Just before half-time, he managed to double our lead. That is exactly what we were looking for just before the break. We are telling them to time waste as much as possible. Get them Liverpool fans rattled. And it's 2-0 to us at half-time. You are doing brilliantly so far. I am going to need to make changes. As you can see, we've got some tied plays. And I do have that game against Manchester United in the back of my mind. But for now, very, very impressed with what I've seen so far. I mean, they've also got some very tied plays out there. I think it is about time, though, that we do look to make some substitutions. If we have a look at who he's really tired, Koopmeiners could do with coming off, so we'll get Højbjerg on as the ball-winning midfielder. Kulusevski's knackered, so we'll get Brian Gill on that right-hand side. We could also do with taking Basuma off and getting Bentancur on maybe, and we could maybe get Ibanez off for Sergio Roberto and put Alvarez as the centre-half. And final change of the game, we're going to bring Richarlison on for Victor Osimhen. Give him a little bit of a rest. Richarlison, he's had a very good start to the season. He's scored quite a lot of goals when he has played, so hopefully he can come on and get the third, which potentially might seal the win. We do have another chance here, though, as Naby Keita clears, only as far as Højbjerg, on off the bench, finds Heung-min Son, back to Bentancur, hits one off the upright. I think he's hit the crossbar there, and now we're played on the clock. Still 2-0 to Spurs. Joe Gomez picks the ball up here, and he sprays the ball into Trent Alexander-Arnold. Bit of time here for Fabio Carvalho. Can he get past Sessegnon? Back to Trent. Ball down the line here to Carvalho. We managed to get back into shape though. Trent Alexander-Arnold finds that pass into Fabio Carvalho. Driving at our defence here. All the way he's allowed to just run through us like we're not even there. And eventually Lloris will be able to pick the ball. That's really sloppy defending from us there. I don't know how he got through so easily. 20 minutes to go, still 2-0. Corner ball here for Liverpool. Milner with the ball into the box. Nunez with the header. Heads just wide. A very good chance there for Liverpool. Thankfully for our sake, Nunez heads wide. He's actually currently playing on the left wing at the moment. 5 minutes to go. hopefully we are able to see this game out. I think even if we concede now, we should be able to progress through into the next round. Fingers crossed. Carvalho puts the ball in here. It's headed up by Romero. Roberto smashes it clear. He finds Richarlison. Can he hold us the ball up? It's very good play from Richarlison, driving at the Liverpool defence, gaining us some yardage up the pitch, which is what we need at this stage in the game. Can he get a ball into the box? He's going alone here, Richarlison. He finds Bentancur, who wraps the game up. Two substitutes combining. Rodrigo Bentancur makes it Liverpool 0, Tottenham 3. We are building a very, very good side here. It might take a couple of transfer windows to really get the ultimate squad together, but as of right now, I'm very happy with how the squad is coming together at the moment. Great play from Richarlison, on off the bench, finds Bentancur. He finds the back of the net. It is going to end full time here with us progressing into the next round of the FA Cup. A big, big win. That'll give us a lot of confidence as well now going into this game against Manchester United. Hopefully they all recover very well. That is about as good a win as you are likely to see. You have completely blown them away. A perfect start to today's episode. Now let's go and qualify for the Carabao Cup final. Let's get into it. News that I am very happy about. The goalkeeper that we are trying to sign. It's a shame that I have no idea how you pronounce his name, so you'll have to let me know down in the comment section down below. Has finally been granted a work permit with 11 hours left on transfer deadline day. We are delighted to announce the signing of Agurkan Sakia. I have no idea how you pronounce that. 3-star current ability, only 3-star potential, but I believe he can get much better than that. Currently better than Hugo Lloris, and he's not exactly costing us a lot of money. £11.25 million. There is a couple bonuses in there, maybe 3 million after 50 league games, something like that. 4-year contract with the option of a further year as well. We are going to accept that. He will be our number one. We are trying to get a couple other players in the club at the moment, maybe get a couple other players out, but if we hit advance one more, we can see our new signing in all of his glory, and I'm delighted to have him on board as well. 3-star current ability, again, close to full potential, but at the age of 26, he's got a long, long time left before he does need to retire or move on, anything like that. We are going to be confirming him, getting registered, and I would like to give him the number 1 shirt, but I presume Hugo Lloris has currently got that. He does, so we're going to have to give him number 13. He can be the backup keeper number for the rest of the season, but very happy with this signing. Already valued at nearly triple what we're going to end up paying for him. Very happy with that. Only conceded 21 goals in 18 appearances so far this season. For Trabzonspor, a team we actually played a couple times in the Champions League, but very happy to have another signing through the door. I think that's the 3rd of the January transfer window, and we've still got money to spend. Confirmation here about Marquise Muia, who will be leaving the club. We're going to get £71,000 into the transfer budget. Another youngster out of the door. He will be joining Burnley on probably a longer term contract, with him only being 20 years of age. He's not happy about leaving the club, but he's thrilled that he won't have to work with me anymore. Bye-bye. Something that has come a little bit out of the blue here. We got an offer for Hugo Lloris, £4 million. We're only going to have to pay £26,500 a week of his wages until his contract does expire. I believe he was out of contract with us at the end of next season, so we're only going to have to pay his wages or something towards his wages for a season. He probably doesn't want to be on the bench on 110 grand a week. That's a lot of money for somebody to sit on the bench. We need his wages off the wage bill. Hugo Lloris has officially departed the club. Not something that I did want to do. He's a bit of a club legend at Tottenham over the last couple of years, but 36 years of age. He has been with us. This was his 10th season with the club, so he just misses out on a testimonial by half a season. Hugo Lloris, though, has officially left the club as well. Brian Gill is going to be departing the club on loan. We kind of need to get him out to get the next player in, and I can't delay the transfer, so I'm going to hope that the transfer of the player we're trying to get in does actually come through. But he's going to be going to Mainz 05 over in the Bundesliga for the rest of the season. He's not very good, to be honest with you. He's not really developing how I would like him. He's currently on the decline in everything apart from his free kick training and his crossing. He's not had a great season. 1 goal and 1 assist in 16 Premier League appearances. They're going to be paying 30% of his wages and some money towards that as well. He's going there as a star player. Hopefully he can play week in, week out and develop, but it's not really worked for him so far. He probably won't be here come the summer as well. Now we've got to hope that the signing in that we're trying to get does actually come through. Well, there is still 3 hours left of transfer deadline day, but of course we have got this game against Manchester United, the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. It's going to be a very tough game. The first game finished 2-2. We do have a suspended player for this game. Couple tired bodies in there as well. Let me quickly pick the team for this game. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for this game against Manchester United. We've got a Gurkan Kasia coming in. I need to know how to pronounce his name down in the comment section down below. We'll call him Dave until we know how you pronounce his name. He starts in between the six. We've got Roberto, Alvarez, Ibanez and Sessegnon completing at the back four. Koopmeiners, Basuma and Goncalves in the midfield. And it's the usual front three of Kulusevski, Heung-min Son and Victor Osimhen. This is exactly the sort of game why we have signed Victor Osimhen. He needs to prove he's a big game, a big player. Hopefully he can come up with the goods in this game. I don't think there's away goals in this with both games being played at neutral venues, but they've got a very strong team out there. Ronaldo doesn't start for Manchester United. He started in the last game and he caused us all sorts of problems. It looks like he's injured because he's not even on the bench. That's big news for us. Fingers crossed we can manage to keep them out for the whole game because it looks like they're playing a 4-2-3-1. Rashford as a striker could maybe cause us some problems with his pace in behind. But fingers crossed we are able to pick up, well, not the 3 points, pick up the win and get into the final. Because like I said at the start of the season, this is our best chance of silverware this season, in my opinion. The Carabao Cup, and although we're doing well in the FA Cup as well, and I'm very impressed with how we've done in that competition so far, the Carabao Cup, we win our next 2 games, we have won a trophy, which was the aim at the start of the save. We was looking to win a trophy, or as many as possible, inside the first 2-3 seasons. If we can do it in season 1, at the first time of asking, that'd be very nice. We are underway though. Ryan Sessegnon with a nice header there into Heung-min Son. Ibanez picks it up and goes into Koopmeiners, plays that 1-2. Sessegnon now, inside to Pedro Goncalves, bit of space here, slots it through to Victor Osimhen, big chance, big save from David De Gea. Osimhen chose the near post when maybe the far post was the better option. It's a good opportunity for us there, we haven't taken it. We do have a corner though, which Heung-min Son will take. Ball comes into the box, it's a low one, and Martinez is able to clear that fairly comfortably. Kulusevski though, back out wide into Heung-min Son, cuts inside, can he get a shot off? He can, again he's chosen near post. It's a great save from David De Gea. Maybe the far post favoured both shots there. We haven't been able to take our chances early doors. Hopefully we don't come to regret them chances at the end of the game, as Manchester United are able to clear the corner. But it's a very positive start for me, a good start. Luke Shaw coming down their left hand side now, gives it back to Scott McTominay, a bit of space for him here, into Casemiro, goes out wide to Luke Shaw, a bit of space for him to pick out across here, no foul, just stand him up. Shaw on the ball, finds McTominay, can we get a tackle in? Good tackle from Kulusevski, doesn't regain possession as Anthony with the header comes back off the post, thankfully, and I think it's Ibanez with the clearance in the end. We've got some very tired bodies out there. We could have done with scoring one of them 2 chances early doors because we are absolutely shattered. I'm going to need to make subs at some point in the second half. They're not really that tired. We're at half time and every single player apart from Osimhen is tired. That's not good. It's still 0-0 though. We're still more than within a chance of progressing through into the final. We just could do with a goal. So we can go a bit more defensive, run the clock down, slow the tempo down, everything like that. We are now underway for the second half as Koopmeiners picks up the ball here, finds it Yves Bissouma, looking for Roberto on the overlap, but it's not quite on the same wavelength, and Sancho is able to intercept. It's a mistake from Martinez. Kulusevski can't pounce on it. That's a big, big chance for Dejan Kulusevski, and he hasn't been able to take it. Oh, he's put it straight at David De Gea, who, to be fair to him, has made 3 world-class saves in this game. Van der Beek stood over this free kick here. He shoots. That's not really troubling the keeper all too much. 10 minutes into the second half, still 0-0. I am going to need to make some substitutions in a moment because, well, look at how tired the team are. I don't really want to make some substitutions. We'll leave it another 10 minutes, actually, because the team's playing well so far. We've certainly been the better of the 2 sides, but I'm going to need to make some subs at some point because there's some very tired players out there. They've got to give it everything, though, for the next 5 minutes as Kulusevski's driving at the Manchester United defence, skipping past a couple of players, and he looks for that switch. Pedro Goncalves finds Heung-min Son, slots it in to Victor Osimhen. Is this his chance? Yes, it is! But the linesman's got his flag up. 66 minutes on the clock. VAR are going to have a look at this goal. And is it going to stand? VAR, check the goal. I believe the goal has been given. It's Victor Osimhen, proving why we spent the big money on him, activating that £86 million release clause. Who needs Harry Kane? We've got Victor Osimhen. He's actually dropped a bit of a stinker so far. He's on a 6.3. The goal has been given. There we go. Confirmation of the goal has been given. And now they are not going to want to play against us. Now we are going to be time wasting whenever possible. And we are also going to look to make some substitutions. We're going to get Højbjerg on for Goncalves, put Højbjerg as the ball-winning midfielder, put Koopmeiners maybe as just a box-to-box midfielder, and then we'll put Bissouma actually as just maybe a supportive central midfielder, go something like that. We need to make some changes in the offense as well, so we'll get Richarlison on actually on the left-hand side, and then we'll bring Heung-min Son off, maybe play Perisic on the right-hand side. Can Actually, no, we'll put Perisic on the left, Richarlison on the right, 2 more substitutes. We'll get Bentancur on for Yves Bissouma, and final change of the game. We'll leave the final change. If we're still winning in 10 minutes' time, we'll probably bring a centre-half on and just try and see the game out. Lisandro Martinez picks the ball up here, finds McTominay. They play out of our press very nicely there. Maguire looking for a ball out wide into Luke Shaw. He brings the ball down. Richarlison can't win his tackle. Sancho plays a 1-2 with McTominay. Back to Luke Shaw. Down the line looking for Sancho. Intercepted by Alvarez. Sergio Roberto now. Ball inside. It's intercepted. Don't know why he's tried that pass. That's certainly not the pass he should be trying there. How have they still got the ball? It's Anthony with a shot. Anthony with a goal. How on earth have they managed to get through there? There's about 3 or 4 fouls that happened there. And Anthony scores what is, in the end, a really scrappy goal. A really poor goal from us to concede. If you're going to take a foul, you've got to make sure that the next player is not waiting just to pick up the ball. We fouled Rashford, then Tuanzebe got the ball. Actually, Højbjerg won the ball there, but it came back to Anthony. Somehow he squeezed it in at a Gurkhan's near post. And they equalise just moments after we take the lead. Throw in here for Ryan Sessegnon. He goes into Perisic, finds Ibanez. He goes square into Alvarez. Højbjerg now looking for that ball over top to Richarlison. Can he find a moment of magic here? Richarlison into the penalty area, cuts it back. That's absolutely awful from Richarlison. That's proving why he is not starting week in, week out at the moment. And Roberto, what have you even done there? Rashford coming forward with the ball now into the penalty area. There's a foul. Certainly not inside the penalty area though. They're going to do this. Or we're going to have a look at VAR. He still stood outside the penalty area after the foul's committed. Sergio Roberto though, he's having an absolute stinker. Maybe we get Jed Spence on VAR checking the penalty. Obviously no penalty has been awarded. It is still a free kick though in a very dangerous area, and Christian Eriksen is stood over this. I'm not a fan of the goalkeeper's positioning, right? He's moved a little bit. It's actually Luke Shaw, sorry, my bad. Shaw will take this free kick. 5 minutes left on the clock. Maguire is completely unmarked at the back post. That's who wins it. Thankfully, his header goes over the bar. Koopman is actually on a 6.2 as well. I don't really know what to do for my final substitution. I think we'll get another one in extra time as well. But for now, we are going to bring on Jed Spence for Sergio Roberto, because Roberto's having a bit of a stinker, isn't he? Into added time. There is 4 minutes of added time here. Koopman is with the ball in. Alvarez back to Richarlison. Oh, it's a big chance. Alvarez was offside, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. But again, David De Gea coming up with the goods. That is full time. It does end 1-1 on the night, 3-3 on aggregate. We are going to extra time here. I'm going to tell them not to let it slip away. We need to come up with another goal. I believe we've still got one more substitution. We do, but I'm looking at the bench and it's not exactly filling me with loads of confidence at the moment. We need that goal so I can bring another centre-half on. Perisic looking for that ball into Osimhen. Maguire wins the header fairly comfortably though. Richarlison picks the ball up on this right-hand side, looking to drive at the Manchester United defence. Can he get a ball into the box? It's still with Richarlison. Finds a great ball into Bentancur. Ball into the box! Osimhen with a strike. Great block though from Harry Maguire. It's a positive start to extra time. And we could do with a goal maybe from this set piece, which Bentancur will take. It'll be a right-footed in-swinger. Ball into the box. Perisic is at that near post. Manchester United do clear only as far as Richarlison, and that is where the highlight ends. Approaching half-time of extra time. Not too sure what's happened with the clock up there. Something seems to have gone wrong. We do still have one substitute remaining, though. We're going to make that substitute now. Koopman is absolutely shattered. He's also on a 6.2. Not having his greatest game. We are going to get Alfie Devine on here. Opportunity for the youngster. We'll get him on as maybe an advanced playmaker. He is only young, what is he, 18 years of age, something like that. If he comes up with the goods in this game, he will forever be a Tottenham Hotspur legend, in my opinion. A Gurkhan with a goal kick here. He sends it long, looking for Osimhen. Varane with a free header. Tuanzebe wins it. Højbjerg picks the ball up now. Driving with the ball. We've got a good opportunity here. We've got a 4v2. Perisic now. Can he find a Tottenham Hotspur shirt? Goes to the byline. Ball in. Osimhen! Goal! 112 minutes on the clock. It's Tottenham Hotspur 2, Manchester United 1. It's Victor Osimhen once again coming up with a big moment. Big game, big player. I mean, it's great play from Højbjerg to win the ball back. That's exactly why I want to keep him around the dressing room. Højbjerg is a very, very good player to bring on off the bench. Great play from Perisic. He finds Osimhen. David De Gea is not saving that one. 8 minutes now to try and see this game out. We're going to go very defensive. Just run that clock down and fingers crossed we are able to see it out. Get into the Carabao Cup final. If we score here, we could seal it. Bentancur will take this corner. He's taking his time though. It'll be a right-footed outswinger. Can he find a Tottenham Hotspur head like an Alvarez or an Ibanez? Come on, Bentancur, let's have a good ball. It's a decent one to be fair. Cleared away by Maguire, only as far as Højbjerg, who hits one, and it's in. We are going to the Carabao Cup final. It's a first goal of the season for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. 119 minutes on the clock. It's 3-1 on the night, 5-3 on aggregate. We will be going into the Carabao Cup final. I don't know who it will be against, but with the form we're on at the moment, we can beat anyone. We've just beat Liverpool 3-0 in their own backyard. We've now put 3 goals past Manchester United, and that should see us into the Carabao Cup final. 1 minute of added time. The referee blows his whistle. We are going back to Wembley once again at the chance of some silverware. A very, very nice victory. We've still got 3 hours left though of transfer deadline day. Today's episode does not stop here. And as I load out of the game, I see exactly what I want to see. With only an hour left on transfer deadline day, João Pedro has been granted a work permit. The 21-year-old will be coming in. 17 million will be deducted from a £16.75 million transfer budget. Don't really know how that makes sense. It's going to be £33.5 million in total. A big fee for a young player, but 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Very, very excited by this youngster coming in. They do also get Jaden Williams on loan until the end of the season. I don't know why they agreed to that. They do also get 50% of profit from the next sale. It was the only real thing that we could do because we've only got about £16 million in the transfer budget. We're kind of spending every last pound we've got to get João Pedro in through the door. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur, the Brian Gill replacement. He can play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play striker, or even as a number 10. He can do it all very, very well. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur, João Pedro, the potential replacement for Heung-min Son going forward, and that should now wrap up our transfer deadline day business. There's certainly not going to be enough time to get any more players in. Can't see any more players going out either. Osimhen with a brace on his on his first Carabao Cup game, I guess. Jed Spence is going to be banned for the final though, which isn't ideal. Glad to see that nobody else is going to be getting banned. We'll advance forward. Not long left in transfer deadline day. Very, very good potential. Obviously, we'll ask Richarlison to welcome João Pedro to the squad. Very happy with that signing. I think he could certainly be one for the future, and hopefully, I mean, he's even good enough to be a player for now. Much better than what Brian Gill currently is at the moment in time, and much better potential as well. Already valued at nearly £60 million. Obviously, it says plus player exchange. I mean, Jaden Williams is literally 1-star current ability, National League standard. I've no idea why they accepted that. 30 minutes left of transfer deadline day. I can't see anything else happening here, so we'll hit continue a couple more times. Transfer deadline day has then passed. We brought in 4 players in the end. We got a lot of players out the door as well. Lloris, Diane, Kane being the main 3 going out. Kakia, Alvarez and Osimhen, the main 3 coming in, with obviously João Pedro as well. We now have the 5th most expensive weekly wages to pay out. Manchester United on well over, over double, what we are paying for our players. There is ludicrous, to be honest with you. Bournemouth all the way down in 1 million. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. Lots of transfer business, so hopefully you have enjoyed watching. If we could try and hit 20 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be absolutely class. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 400 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell, and it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all very soon for another one. Peace.